Obviously, there's a little bit of traffic here. It was pretty light back when I first started out, but over here it's been heavier than expected. Still not too bad though. We're on our way to the Brainwake Cafe, which is next to the bagel place. So I'm anxious to have breakfast here. There's supposed to be some good food there. Wow, this place is good. I didn't know this. Look at this. Oh, it's still open. Hello to Russia. Hello, Leon. Hello, Tej. Hello, everybody else. The Thai bot today, 30.10, creeping up at 82 degrees, feels like 84. Only 45% humidity. The pollution, however, 158. I don't know if you can see off in the distance, there's a bit of haze, but visibility is 6 miles, and the wind is only 2 miles an hour. UV is 2. So all in all, it's a pretty good day. Aside from the pollution, which is 158, not good, unhealthy again. Every day, my wife and I are like, man, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of Bangkok. So we should be there in about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. Yes, by Summer Bowl. I'm not going to go to Summer Bowl. Not today. I can only eat so much. I want a good breakfast. Supposedly they got great breakfast in this place. So we'll see. Crazy, man. I'm sure there's some Russians here. Not a whole lot, though. Very, very few tourists. Still. For those who know the place, NASA Vegas, the hotel, I just passed it up, and normally they're about 590 baht per night. Now it's 380 a night. It's 2,800 baht per week, which for that place is not really all that bad, just because of the location. But they've cut their price dramatically. So this is they're desperate to get people in here and desperate to get those rooms filled. But on a positive note, Centara Hotels is apparently opening up a lot of the hotels that they've shut down. So I'm trying to stay optimistic, but man, this is just a grind. It's like you're under these restrictions, and you think it's not a big deal, but really, it just slowly drains you. You know. Again, today I was walking out. Oh, don't want to forget my mask. Can't do that. But I think things are going to get better. Hopefully, this year will be a better year, and things will, you know, loosen up a little bit. I sure hope so. Although I want to get out to a few places while there's no tourists or few tourists. I want to get out and see a few places. Ferrari to the left. We just passed up to RCA. Let's stick with the Ferrari. There you go. You want a Ferrari? That's where you go. I don't know which route this guy's taking, but we'll see. This used to be Tony's, as in Tony's from Pattaya. Nice area. Prom. Lots of Japanese in this area. We're gonna pass up. We're gonna be passing up the opera. Yeah, before we get into the stream a little bit more, once we get to this place, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. If you're subscribed, thank you for joining. If you're not, please remember to subscribe. Click the notification bell if you'd be so inclined. And everything is down in the description how you can support the channel. Many ways. And you can see it right here, the opera, straight ahead, across from the little Starbucks sign there. Very nice, nice little Italian restaurant. And Longhorns and I have been to this place. I've been to this place many times. Used to come here all the time. It was the place where all of us met. Me and my buddies, co-workers. We'd all come here and scarf down some good Italian. I don't know if it's still open or not, man. I'd really like to know. I guess I should call them up and find out. Sawadi. I like the lazy way of saying Sawadi. You just go Wadi. This is what they do in the South a lot. Alright, where is this place? I don't really remember where it is. Should be right up ahead, I think. Maybe right here. Go to me. Couple. Go. ข้างหน้าก็ได้เข้าข้างหน้าครับ Okay. So there's the bagel place. I got bagels. Okay, ครับคุณโชคดีนะ All right, we're here. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same place as the bagel place. I don't. Omelet. And this is Pepina Italian, which I'm gonna have to check this place out. But it's a little bit of a haul to get over here, and everything's a haul. It's always a haul. All right, let me get in here. Go this way. Did it say permanently closed? Really? Oh man, that's really not good. It's just going to attack here, huh? Let's go over here. I don't want to do that. This is all right, eh? Let's see here. Too bad. Nice place. Good food. Are you sure it said permanently closed? You saw that, huh? That sucks, man. Hang on a second. I'm using a different tripod today. See if I can get this set up right here. That's what it said. Breakfast. Not available on public holiday. 10 a.m. to 3. Yeah. Let's see what they got here. Eggs Benedict. Mushroom. The Needham omelet. I'm going to have that. Recipe by novelist Jake Needham, who was the guy who recommended this place. He recommended the bagel place to me. Well, he recommended the bagel place, not to me, but he recommended it. And then I told him, oh, I've been there. And then he wrote, oh, I went to Brainwake for that omelet. Can I have rice? Yeah, so where's the bacon? All that other shit. Thai and Chinese sausages and minced pork served with sriracha sauce and rice. Choose omelet. Let's see if I can show you this menu. Can I show you the menu? Sea bass kapow. We got this. Pretty inexpensive, actually. What am I going to get? Take an espresso. Eggs Benedict. What comes with that? You don't need bacon? Wait. This thing has been not the greatest tripod for standing like this. It's gonna have to work. So this is a very popular place. I didn't know it was this popular. English breakfast. Ooh. Oh, so they do have an English breakfast here. 2 eggs, any 380 baht. 2 eggs, any style, fried, scrambled, poached, or omelet, baked back, and then sausage, corned beef, toast, baked beans, butter, and jam. I'm gonna pass on that one. American breakfast. 2 eggs, any style. Fried, poached, scrambled, or omelet, bacon, ham, or sausage, toast, butter, and jam. I know what I want. Just so I can say I had it. Eat coffee. Oh yeah, Eurasians are smoking. Russian, Japanese. Those are the ones that I like. That's the mix I like. Bacon, ham, hang on. Bacon, ham, or sausage, just bacon. It says scrambled or omelet, bacon, comma, ham, or sausage. So I think it's one of the three. Anyway, listen, I gotta make this. I gotta order this, but I want a coffee. I would like some bacon on the side. They have croissants. I don't want any of this. I like bacon. I like some bacon. I'm not going to be walking around today. It's not going to happen. No long walks. Tell you what, I need some coffee. They have all kinds of little cakes and bread and all kinds of stuff here. Let's try to get my order taken. We're full over here. Completely full, but everybody left here. All right. Buenos dias, Mr. Cowboy. Patience, patience. With very little coffee in my veins, I have very little patience. Yes, sure. Corn with omelette ครับก็เบคอนนะทรายเป็นเบคอนทราย
No, it would have. Would you like to have extra
แต่
bacon?
เพิ่มเบคอนนะแล้วก็เอสเปรสโซ่
Ice เหรอคะ
ลองเป็นแก้วเล็กใช่ไหม
ค่ะ
เอสเปรสโซ่ลองเอ่อก็น้ำเปล่า
ค่ะ
All right, order in. Soy Dog Cowboy, we're at the Brainwake Cafe, which, if you've ever read any books by Jake Needham, he wrote The Big Mango, as well as many others, but he's got an omelet here. He comes here, and he's the one who recommended the bagel joint, and he also eats here, so that's why I'm here. I gotta try the place out, you know. Oh, I got stuff to read here. Listen, yesterday I did a little. I read over some of the messages. One was this guy talking about how he's going to move over, and what did I think? Should he start a small business here? What was it more secure to come over and start a small business, or to get married? Which one of those was secure, and what did I think? And I said, well, if you're married, that's more secure than a business, because I don't know how much experience he has here, but I would say he probably has some experience, because he's talking about his Thai wife and building a house and this and that. But he says, because I did give him a bit of shit. I did give him some shit for being a bit of a. Well, I don't know if I called him a chowderhead. I think it was the other guy he called a chowderhead. But he called me a curmudgeon, which that's not the first time I've been called that. A bad-tempered person, especially an old one. So I guess I'm officially old now. I tell my wife all the time, don't forget I'm old. They make me, they have a lane, especially for me in the grocery, and they have a chair, especially for me in the SkyTrain now. LOL, I'd have roughly $1,300 in rent coming in from USA post taxes, and I am looking into building onto my in-laws. Thank you. Into my in-laws' small village grocery store. Also, build on that business and have a modest house outright in Buridan. Oh, this is the guy who gave him a hard time about the spelling and about how he wrote his paragraph. So he did put, to his credit, he did put periods at the end of sentences this time. I am saving, waiting to see what happens with rent laws in USA. Be a few years. I'm not a chowderhead. I'm 37 and well past chasing ass. Love your streams. Keep up the tough love. Hope you can take a ribbing. Sure. The only thing I would say is, for this guy, assuming everything is great, $1,300 a month might not be enough to qualify. Now, if you want to put the $400K in the bank here, then fine. That's you got to. There's no problem. Um, you put the 400K in, you qualify for a marriage visa. Otherwise, you got to show the monthly, and that's a bit of a pain in the ass. And 1,300 is really just under what's necessary. I have a modest house outright in Buridan. Just saving and waiting to see what happens. Yeah. So, I mean, whatever. You build a little, everybody wants to build a little grocery store. I, I did a piece, yeah, fuck you. You're probably a curmudgeon yourself, or you will be. Um, I did an article once on a guy he used to be the flyweight champion of the world here. His name was Pongsek Lep. And, well, he's married. So, I mean, listen, I was married at 38, I think, 37. So, I mean, well, technically, it was a little bit later than that, but no, that's not true, Victor. That's not true. Not at least not in the United States, man. If you're showing that you can transfer that much money, the 40K a month from the United States, and you show that it's being transferred every month for a year. I think it's a year the first time, or maybe it's 3 months. I don't even. They've changed it so many times. I don't even know anymore. And I just, I can't be bothered to follow up because they're always changing shit, making little small changes, and also because it does matter which office you're using, where you're based, and which office and which officer you're talking to, which makes it a little bit difficult to figure things out. But let me see here. What the hell was I going to say? That's what they told me in immigration. Well, Samupakan, yeah. I mean, yeah, it could be different. I think what it is they don't want to deal with having to verify everything month to month. They don't want to see that. They just want to see, hey, you got the money, this much money, yes or no. But in Changwatana, it's possible. So, all right. So let's get past this. Hopefully, the guy will take his time and he'll be able to do everything. Um, but what I was going to say is that I got this guy was a world champion. He didn't make a huge amount of money, but he had enough to where he could live very comfortably here. And so I said, "What's your dream?" My dream is to buy a house and pay it off, and to build a little market at the house. And he did it. But what happens to a lot of places if you just let the ties run it, they maybe they need the money, and then they spend the money, and then they don't have the money to replenish things, and that happens a lot. But if you got a guy who knows the deal, knows ties, knows how they are and what you need to do, and you've got an income from elsewhere, it's not that big of a deal. You could probably pull it off. You're not going to get rich from it, but you can do all right. Now, I had another guy send me a message, and at first this really rubbed me the wrong way, and still rubs me the wrong way. He writes, with respect. Now, this has to do with living in Thailand, being careful what you wish for. Like I used to say, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. But he was talking about the tipping. And my thing is that, like here in Thailand, tipping, it's appreciated, but it's not necessarily expected. And if they expect it, they may just expect it because you're white, because you're a foreigner, which, in my opinion, is not really the right way they should think. They should think, hey, if I provide good service, hopefully I'll get a tip. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem, and I think I'm generally pretty generous when it comes to tipping here. However, when it comes to taxis, he wrote, with respect, I disagree about the tipping of a taxi driver. 78 baht fare, I would leave 100 baht. First of all, I don't believe there is no 78 baht fare. It's 77, 79. It's an odd number. So let's get that straight. If it was 77 baht, normally I would just give him 80 baht. Now, if I didn't have 80 baht and I gave him 100 baht, I'd wait for him to give me the 20 baht back. Now, if the guy was a really nice guy, or we had some kind of a, it was a hard to find place and he was very helpful, and, he went a little bit out of his way for me. Um, if he went out of his way, then I'd give him 100 baht. I wouldn't have a problem with it. But on a day-to-day basis, just like, coming over here, I took a Grab. Grab charges a premium. I'm not giving the guy a tip. I pay with my card. Um, and yeah, that's the thing is, uh, I live here. I'm here every single day. Imagine I give these guys an extra 20 or 50 baht, um, every single day. It adds up. Okay, great. If you got the money and you want to do that, it's his money. That's the whole thing. It's this guy's money. He does what he wants to do. Fine. Right? It's not my money. But I'm saying, from my standpoint, it's not the smartest way to do things. And I'll tell you what rubbed me the wrong way. It wasn't that he said he would give him a tip. I don't have a problem with that. Hello, Dallo. Um, Here's what he wrote that irritated me. I do have white skin, and I accept that I have to pay more. There are two prices, one for Thai and another for Farang. I accept that. Well, your first mistake is saying Farang. You really shouldn't say that, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Yeah, they say it, but if you want to get them to stop calling you Farang, you say foreigner, or you say Kontanchat. Very simple. That's the polite way to refer to somebody who's a foreigner. The other thing is that if you want to go by skin color, then why don't you let me rake them over the coals back home in America anytime that they come into our country? My wife doesn't call me a Pharaoh. She never called me a Pharaoh. She knows better. Hello, Richard. And my wife speaks English, so she doesn't, and she works with, she deals with foreigners every day. So she definitely doesn't call them Farang, you know. I accept I have to pay more. There are two prices, one for Thai, another for Farang. I accept that. I'll never be accepted as a local, and I accept that. Well, you will never be Thai. That's true. So I don't necessarily disagree with the guy, but I do disagree with his assessment of, well, I got white skin, so um, I need to, the triangle. When does it? Never be a local. Yeah. Um, I'm not sure why, but I understand I won't ever be a local. I wasn't born here. I understand that. But that doesn't mean that there doesn't need to be some parity between people. Okay, you want my money? Don't charge me a premium. Wow, that's good. An English teacher. Dude, are you trying to piss me off? I mean, really. My wife's not an English teacher. What the fuck? Does your wife flirt with foreigners at her job when she interacts? Well, I don't know. And I don't really give a shit. So what's it matter? She's allowed to flirt. That is the Needham omelet. Oh, I got my espresso over there already. Looks good to me. I don't know. I'd like to know what you guys think about the tipping of taxi drivers. I mean, if you're a tourist, I understand. Okay, oh, here you go, buddy. But, you know, no, my ex-wife worked at an international school in Thailand. She ended up cheating on me with a teacher from New York. It happens, you know. All right, let's see if this Needham omelet is tasty. Oh yeah, they didn't give me bacon. You're already paying a premium. Thank you, Mr. David. Thank you, Coon David. Thank you very much. You are the very first person of the day, so choke me to you. For grab, I usually don't. My T-Log taught me not to tip someone. It's probably the brightest thing you've said in quite some time, Spaceman. Exactly. Maybe bacon. Bacon.
เบคอนใส่ไปแล้วนะคะ
แล้วเขาบอกเขาจะเพิ่มเบคอน ไม่ใช่
ที่มีในนี้ใช่ไหมคะ
จะเพิ่มข้างหน้าอย่าง
เขาบอกว่าใส่รวมกันไปอะค่ะ
โอเคไม่เป็นไร
นะคะ
อันนี้เบคอนไม่ใช่อันนี้
มีเบคอนแล้วก็จะเป็น
เป็นเบคอนเป็นไซด์
ค่ะ
ไม่ใช่
อะไรนะ
เขาบอกเพิ่มเบคอนกันเป็นไซด์นะ Well, they got booze here, so he's telling me, oh, there's bacon inside of the omelet. I'm like, no, I said I wanted a side of bacon. I don't have a problem tipping, but not based on my skin color. Simply because I'm a foreigner. I've lived here 26 years.
ในครัวบอกว่าใส่ไปแล้วแต่ว่ามีเอ็กซ์ตร้าไปแค่1 ชิ้นนะคะ ค่ะ
Think about something. My kids are half American, right? Because they're half American, do they have to pay extra? Do I need to pay extra when I'm with them? If they're considered Thai? You know what I'm saying? So, always tipping because you're white is a bunch of bullshit. If that's the case, then in Thailand, let's start making them tip. Only Thai people have to tip. The bacon was supposed to be a side dish. No, not always. Sometimes. They may do it here, I don't know. It is a good omelet. I want to see it too, but it's very good. The sausage is good here. Yeah, that's about right, propeller head. Generally, no, I don't fucking tip more. Why would I? Why would I tip more for a chick? When I got a wife and kids. Yeah, and if you go to like a little shop house, they don't expect a tip. You know, you go into a little rinky-dink shop house, and the meal is 50 baht. It's 50 baht. It's not 50 baht plus you got to give her a tip. Because you get to be close to her. Who fucking cares? You might as well get a whore. That's just stupid. Go see Raja. It's not that spicy at all. If you gotta pay to get close, then you know it's one thing if they wait on you hand and foot and make sure everything you need is taken care of. The tips add up, yeah. They count on you being soft-hearted. They know you're soft-hearted. You think they're soft-hearted here? Think about it. Pizza guy, you know, again, if the pizza's 584 baht, I don't have a problem giving him 600. You know. This is a great omelet. Really good. Better than mine. Dude, what are you saying? Listen. Yeah. Peter the Russian, please. When you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, don't try and say something about somebody that you don't know. And if you have to pay them to get close to them, then you know you're just paying a whore. Might as well just pay the whore and have her blow you. It always comes down to this with guys. Now I'm wondering if they're gonna. Hey, good morning, Stephen. I don't know. Sit rep. I don't know. Now I don't know if I'm gonna get a bacon. I'm almost done with my meal. I've had people refuse me too. Are we attracting another stooge? Possibly. In the omelet were 2 different kinds of sausages. And I believe a little bacon. Doesn't matter, he's gone. It was really good. I got rice, but I only want to eat half the rice, but I'm still waiting for my bacon. I'm still hungry. That's because people here have the money to pay. And there's enough people to make it worthwhile, enough people eating American breakfast. And this is not a tourist area, this is an expat area. See if this is my bacon. Maybe. Nope. Stephen, thank you very much. Choke D. One of these days I'll get a massage. Maybe I'll do that today, I don't know. Thank you. And choke D to you. Excuse me. I'm getting a little irritated though, because it's like I asked for the bacon on the side. This is like 3 times now. I'm not full, so I need something else to eat. Yeah, Robin Hood is good. I know the owner of Brainwake. Of course you do, Chuck. Doesn't surprise me, Chuck. I mean, I can't even get anybody to come back over here and talk to me. I mean, you know, I like the food and everything, and I know they're busy, so I don't want to get irritated, but it's a little frustrating. And then, you know, hopefully there won't be a side of bacon. 149 baht. No, they're always doing something wrong. They always got some. Listen, I used to live at this place. Okay, Chuck is he came in on Facebook. I got Facebook. Non cop, non cop. ไม่มีเบคอน
นี่เบคอนเหรอคะ
ก็ไม่ได้ให้ครับ
อ๋อไม่ได้ให้
ผมบอกเพิ่มเบคอนเป็นสายเบคอน
ออนแต่ไซส์ใช่ไหมคะ
ครับผม
อ๋อโอเคค่ะแล้วลูกค้าอยากได้รับเพิ่มไหมคะ
ก็เดี๋ยวนี้ก็ไม่เป็นไรก็ไม่เอาไม่เป็นไร
อันนี้ต้องขอโทษนะเพราะว่าหนูยังไม่ได้รับออเดอร์
ก็ไม่เป็นไรครับ They didn't put the order in for the bacon. I told them 3 times, put the side in for the bacon, and they didn't put it. They said they put it inside. I used to get into this thing. I used to live at this place, and downstairs they had a nice little restaurant. No, I wouldn't call them cute. I would not call them cute. You know, average. But I used to live at this place, and the restaurant downstairs was quite good. They had good food there. It took me, I lived there for like, I don't know, 3 years, 2 years. It took me almost 2 years to get them to understand, don't put the bacon inside the omelet, put it on the side. And every single time, finally I had to go in the back. I went in the back with the chef, and I took the bacon, and I crumbled a little bit of it up, and I said, okay, if you want, you put a little bit inside, and here, the rest of my bacon, I'll just leave it on the side. Oh, and they still fucked it up. Oh, bastard. I'm going to have some bacon right now. I wanted my bacon. Now they're looking in the menu to see, was it in the bacon? Was it the bacon inside? There was no bacon inside my omelet. Now they're going to say, they may say, oh, we put bacon in there. I didn't see anything. I said I wanted it on the side, not inside of it. But I don't want to bitch. I don't want to make this too difficult. Anyway, we're going to talk about something today that's, I saw in NPR. ครับ
อันนี้ลูกค้าอิ่มแล้วใช่ไหมคะหรือว่ายังไงเดี๋ยวหนูเอามาให้แยกมาให้เพิ่มก็ได้ค่ะไม่เป็นไรลูกค้าต้องการอีกไหมคะ
ก็แล้วแต่เมื่อก่อนผมบอกเอาเบเกิล
ค่ะ
ใช่ไหม
การจะสื่อสารเข้าใจค่ะเดี๋ยวหนูเอามาให้นะคะ
โอเคครับ All right, the bacon's coming. They must have cooked it already. Today we're going to talk about something that I saw in that was on NPR, and it's about how the pandemic has upended the lives of Thailand's sex workers. Now we already know this. Yeah, you know what, Johnny, at this point, between having to go out and get something, having them fuck up, having them expect a tip when there's no real tip that they should be getting, having to go through traffic, having to deal with pollution, most of the time I'm like, you know what, I'll just make the thing at my house. And, usually I'll make an omelet at home. And I make a pretty goddamn good omelet. This was a very good omelet. But, it's so much easier. But, the food's very good, and they are trying, but, this is Thailand. That's all I can say. Anyway, getting back to this article. All I'm going to say is why don't they get somebody like me to write an article like this? Maybe because I don't actively pursue writing gigs like this anymore. But a lot of what they say is just complete horse shit. They act like nobody has any opportunity in the rice fields. And I'm going to get out of here when I'm done, and then I'm going to head over to Starbucks, just get back there, because I don't feel like walking around. I feel like shit. Felt like shit for a while, and I need to take care of myself, not push things, because I want to push, but I don't want to. But anyway, I'm reading this article, and I'm like, they act like nobody has any opportunity. I hate to say this, but many times, except that's not the reason why I'm taking it. We really want to know? Do you really want to say? I know I should write, and I always say that, but I'm busy with this stream. You don't understand how much time it takes for me to do the stream, and then I don't sleep worth a shit most of the time. Okay, that's cool. Okay, all right. To their credit, they're not charging me for it, so props to them. There's the bacon. Scabies. Damn. I'm taking the melatonin. Listen, I woke up last night, saw that Longhorns had sent me a message, wrote them back. I think, what did they do? Oh, it's 2 pieces of bacon. It's good. It does taste very good. It's good bacon. I will say that it's good bacon. And you know what? You can't fault them when they give it to you for free and go, here you go. Got more than makes up for it. Anyway, I answered his message, and I was like, I got to get back to sleep. It was only like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. And took a couple melatonins, knocked out like 4 o'clock. Slept until 6. It's good bacon, man. It's good. It's good stuff. I'm in a restaurant. I'm not going to use my fingers for bacon. I'll get into this article later. I want to get out of here. Maybe get a bagel to go. Basically, the gist of the story is that they don't know what the hell they're talking about for the most part. You know, they always concentrate on the worst. Everything's so terrible because that's what sells. You know, I used to live in Udon Thani, and I can tell you, well, you know, listen, nobody wants to go out there and bust their ass on a rice field. You know, some girl who's, you know, good-looking girl, she's like thinking, how can I make more money? I got to make some money. And then the mother and father are pressuring her, you better get a good job. We can't afford you. You cost us money. And, you know, so I understand why they do it. But don't act like some of it's done just purely out of laziness. And if you know anything about bar girls, you know most of them, they're not waking up at fucking 5:30 in the morning unless they need to leave and get the hell out of Dodge because they don't want to be with you. You know, they'll use every excuse in the book. General, here we use a knife and fork. Cavemen did use what they had. I'm not going there now. Fuck, now I'm starting to get full. How much can I eat? This ain't a mukbang show. I'm gonna have to use my card. It's pretty good though. Yeah, they think they're slaves. It's ridiculous. You know, it's really ridiculous. I mean, granted, some of them are. I mean, I've been to some very poor areas, to where They basically had a little platform, and that was their house, like a little wooden platform. There were no walls, no toilet. You know, they went shit out in the woods, and you know, but a lot of it is just they don't want to work in a factory. I understand. You know, it's understandable. No, I didn't see that. I'd like to watch that. I need to watch that. Um, let's get in. Now I won't get any service. Jesus Christ, man. I wish that we could class this stream up a little bit. We don't have to be, you know, stodgy old codgers. You know, we don't have to be that type, you know, stuffy and never talking about it. But Jesus Christ, we got no class at all. And I don't mean class as in low class, middle class. I mean just in the way we communicate in this stream. I love eating their salad. Class it up. Class it up. I didn't see any beetroot in the salad. Where's Tom? Where's Tom? No idea. Spit on the lens when you come. Oh, well. I think it's time to get out of here. We can go over this on the way back. So do I. I love salad. What made you leave the States in the 90s for Asia? Has the issue vid affected the price of things there? Issue vid? What do you? I don't understand. Issue vid. I don't understand that. As far as what made you leave the States in the 90s for Asia, it was about. It was about. Jesus Christ. It was about. Oh, the vid. Has the issue vid, COVID, affected the price of things there? Yeah, prices have gone down, at least in hotels and places like that. In a restaurant like this, no. But like, why would I? I think that's a Western chick. Why did I come over here? I came over here for adventure, man. I got sick of doing the same thing. I have no real patience to stay in one place all the time. Mr. Gallo, thank you very much. Come for the banter, stay for the classiness. Lots of that here. Typing big words after 3 a.m. takes effort. That's why you use little words in short sentences. Here in New York, if you cough once, then people stare at you like insane. And that's how it is here, too. Listen, if I coughed in Starbucks, I guarantee you beer would be saying to me, or Tian. Preo wouldn't say anything, but beer would say, you COVID. And I'd be like, shut up, you have the COVID. Be like, no, you do. Anyway. get out of here. It's been lovely. Thank you, Johnny. Yes, thumbs up or down. Up to you. Quite frankly, it all works out. You know what I mean? It all works out in the end. You know why? Almost every video, it works out to where 70 to 80% are thumbs up. It's just what it is. I have no energy to, the thing is I don't have enough energy anymore to give a shit about trivial nonsense. He's probably searching for the coconut girl. $22. Transporting a captain? I mean, from the military or whatever, I take it. Choke D, Mr. Dallo, by the way. Man. We'll go over to the bagel place. I'll get myself my lunch. So you left for adventure in the 90s. What financial backing did you have at that time? I had 10 grand. I had 10 grand in cash. That was it. No idea how to do anything else. No idea how to make it, make a living, make money here. I had no idea. I just figured I'd stay for a year. That was it. Oh. EMS department captain. Fire department captain. Got it. Let's get this in. New York to Florida, $22. That's pretty damn good. Considering the last time, I think I paid about $400 round trip. Oh shit. That's what I need to do. Cheaper than Air Asia, yeah, exactly. It's cheaper for me to fly to New York from Dallas than flying to San Antonio, Texas. Wow. I got some videos up with Jimmy James. I forget what it's called, the name of the video, but it's something about how I came to be here or something like that. It's like a 4-part series. Last taxi, I think, was 170 euro for an hour. How are you? Headache. Cup. Check bean. Is that Viagra that you had now? They did charge me for the bacon, 20 baht. It's not bad though. Ask a stupid. I was gonna say. Ask a stupid question and get banned. Fucking idiot. Thank you. คุณเจคเข้ามาไหมคุณเจคนีแฮมเข้ามาทุกวันไหมไม่ทุกวัน Giving up driving a taxi is one of the best things I ever did. Longhorns, LOL, dead end job. Blake, what was your favorite destination? Thank you very much, Blake. What was your favorite destination in Vietnam? Quy Nhon, by far, Quy Nhon. Actually, I didn't, but I don't really have. I guess I could, but it's not on the. It's not on the card. You know, they don't do it automatically, and I only have. I guess I'm gonna leave a little bit. Well, how much was it? 200 and something. I got some change. I will, because I think it is. But I'm not gonna feel bad about what I leave. Thank you, Soy Dog Cowboy. You tipping? I'll talk about that when I get outside. David, here, if you're an owner, big bucks. Here in UK, I thought the UK cabs got paid very well. Choke D to you, Mr. Soy Dog Cowboy. Appreciate it. What is the deal with Shorthorns? I don't know. He just was asking me, oh, so you just pop some Viagra? I'm like, what are you, a fucking moron? Yeah, I'm sitting here in a restaurant, I'm going to pop a Viagra. I mean, that's just, you know. He has a tiny, you know, he has just short horn, short brains. Oh, God. So let me see if I can go over here and get myself a bagel. We'll go into the bagel joint. Yeah, I got a hard on over bacon. I'm sure they'll remember me now. There's always some jackass. Listen, I've racked up quite a few people that don't like me over the years. And, you know, some of them, maybe they had a right to not like me. I don't know. But many others, it doesn't matter. They don't have to like me. You know, if everybody likes you, you're doing something wrong. They can go fuck themselves. I don't care. I don't care about the thumbs down. I don't care about any of that shit. I'm doing fine. I'm okay with myself, you know, for the most part. I could always be a little wealthier and a little skinnier and a little more handsome. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's get out of here. All right. Let me see if I can do this here. I'm going to just point it this way. And that way, I don't have to change the camera. There's nobody in this place. Brainwake. There you go, joint. Just trying to back around here. Listen, I'm very normal for here. Well, I need to wash my hands. This fucking thing doesn't work. The thing doesn't work. And I don't, you know what? I'm not using the automatic one. Rodney Cup? Take away. Okay.
What kind of bagel do you prefer? Sesame or plain bagel?
Let me see. How about onion? Onion. Nah, man. I gotta put this thing down. Longhorn's pretty normal. You're getting there. What's normal? It's all relative. Place is all right, eh? Well, they got the good. They got pastrami. Pastrami. I had the rainbow bagel the last time. All right, now I get to sit down. You know, I keep forgetting to. Let me see if I can do this here. I keep forgetting to put those two words and any variances of them into the banned list, so that I don't have to put up with any shit from you guys. Now the thing is, I don't have that. How much money do I have? Gotta go to the ATM. See, if I had a second phone, I could just call the Grab right now. Is there a Valentine's bagel? Are you and Mrs. Mallon doing anything for Valentine's Day? We'll be doing something. I don't know exactly what, but good morning, good morning. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Good to hear. And I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I forgot about that. There's still shirts and mugs available. And the code is still Orwell until I change it to something else. I want to make it something a little more irritating. You know, like screw the Dems, or I don't know. Screw the government. What's the word I'm looking for? Not anarchy. Code. Use the code anarchy to save. No, for now the code is Orwell. Got to get around to doing all that stuff. Look at my eyes, man. Ooh. Look like I'm getting old. My wife's birthday's coming up too. Still waiting on mine. ETA 19th of February. Oh, okay. Suggestion for new code. I don't want to think about the quarantine. I want to think about it as, this is what, it's a drain. Oh, I remember my mask. Put your mask on. Wash your hands. Oh, I sneezed. My God. It's not like we're all zombies and we're walking around and, we're all going to die. It's such bullshit. I'm really irritated by the whole thing. But hopefully the light is at the end of the tunnel. No, we're not going to use spark. Let's keep it classy. At least Anarchy, there's a little class. How about Clash, like the Clash? I understand, but it's not going to be anything to do with the quarantine, virus, or poo. We're not going to do anything with the poo. This place is all right here, I like it. I like this place and I like that place. You got to be prepared to just, this is not America where everything is done quickly. You have to just giant in. Got to have patience, even though I don't have much right now. I think that's what the whole thing is that all the restrictions have made people's patience wear thin. Oh, that bagel's going to be nice. I'll think. Thank you, Victor, but I'll think of the special code. I still have to email the place. I'm really. I talked about it the other day. They're supposed to, every time you put a new shirt up, they're supposed to automatically put it into the group of shirts you can choose to show underneath the video window. And for whatever reason, they're not showing them. And I already emailed them. And eat your salad. CCP said. For whatever reason, they're not doing it. And then when they emailed me back, they said, "Oh yeah, we're having problems. YouTube isn't able to do it right now. They're going to work on it. We'll get back to you. We'll let you know what's happening." Just like, listen, I got to say this. I contacted Tag here in Thailand and said, "Hey, listen, do you have 2 of these little things? I don't want to buy another band. I've already bought 2 of them. This is a $2,000 watch. Now, it was a gift, so great. That's neither here nor there. When one of these breaks, you have to buy a brand new band. You have to spend, before it was about $170. Now it's about $200 if you buy it new. I've looked around. They don't have any of the loops anywhere. I went to Tag. They don't have loops. I called up the main office in Bangkok. "Oh yeah, we'll check on it for you. We'll get back to you." That was not bad. Okay. Cup. Bye-bye. So it was, onion bagel. Onion bagel. That's all right. I'm easy. What was I going to say? Fucking losing it. Oh, so, they say, "Oh, yeah, we'll get back to you." Never got back to me. It's been a month. Never got back to me. So now I'm going to write Switzerland, and I'm going to write a scathing letter, a little paragraph. And I'm going to say, "Hey, what the hell's going on, man? You sell a $2,000 watch, you don't even have any little loops." I mean, it's like, what the fuck? Every time that their watch band goes on, I got to pay $200. It's ridiculous. Whether I get anything out of it, I don't know. How do you feel about DeSantis in Florida's response? I think it's great. I think this Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, WhatsApp. Thank you very much. Okay. Nicely packaged. Enjoy. My name is Enjoy. What was I going to say? Yeah, I think they all, they all need to. I'm not one for big government. Of course, it's straight BS. It's like one of these goes back, and you know what I did the last time? One of them was breaking, so I had it ended up breaking. It was going to break, and I just went screw it, and I broke it. And then I got like a little clamp and stuck it on something. And then what I did was I got a flame and I melted it, and it stuck together. It also stuck to my finger, but uh, it stuck together, and it lasted for another couple of months because I knew, oh, I'm gonna have to. Now I'm down to one loop, and I'm like, so I'm gonna have to spend $200 to keep this watch going. So every couple of years I got to pay $200. It's a fucking racket. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, sorry, we don't. You can't use your iPhone 6 for this or that. We don't. You know, too bad. It's a fucking racket. Anyway, I've already been to like 3 of them, and none of them can come up with anything. And then it's like, okay, so what do I do? Get a watch band, a brand new watch band that doesn't cost that much? You know, like a Velcro watch band. It totally changes the watch. It's not the authentic. This is a limited edition watch. 10,000 of them made. That's not too limited, but I mean, it's pretty limited. So, I want to keep everything. I still have the box. I have the card inside of it. I have everything. Let's get out of here. Let me do this. Let me see something. That's not too bad. This one. Up to my cup. Yeah. You too. Let's see if I can find an ATM so I don't have to stop. Shit. No ATMs. That's all right. Oh, here's this coffee place again. The Aroma Coffee. So if I'm not going in there, yeah, I'm just gonna get a cab. I will join a class action suit. Awesome. Where to next? Yeah, man, I'm going back to Bangkok, man. It's a Friday. It's 20 to 11. I can get over there and not have any problems and still be home fairly early today. And then I won't hit any traffic. I won't be out and about. See if I can get a cab here. I don't see any. Ooh, man, it's too goddamn hot. take a walk by Pepina. No taxis at all. Pepina Pizzeria. Oh, they're open. Oh no, they're gonna be open. They open at 11:30. Shit, there's a taxi. Yeah. Thank you. Hay mo ba pick up? ผมต้องจดที่ไป ATM ATM ก่อน
ATM ตรง
ที่ไหนก็ได้
ครับผมได้ครับผม
ไม่เป็นไร Alan's meandering. Bring the Bentley around. Freezing cold. Put this back up here. Freezing cold in Indiana. Oh, that's not good. I don't know. Sometimes being in the cold is nice because my buddy used to have a cyber cafe right back straight ahead back there. You know, you just shack up. Anyway, I want to sit down and go over this article a little bit, but you know, they really have this impression that testosterone replacement therapy right there. So what street is this right here? I don't know. It's right next to the the 7-Eleven.
Okay.
โอเค
ATM 7-Eleven เดี๋ยวสต็อปได้ตรง
โอ
นี้
เค
ครับผม
Left my bagel in there. I hope he doesn't just drive off. He's gonna drive off and steal my bagel. All right, let's get some money out of here. All right, done deal. Whew. Okay, go. All right, so where are we here? I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but back a couple of weeks ago, back a couple of weeks ago, Insomnia got raided and got shut down. You know, the nightclub. Steven, take it easy. Thanks as always. And I'll see you the next time. I heard they're getting hit with super snow. I don't know anything about it. But they got shut. They got hit. They got hit themselves there in Insomnia. A lot of people got arrested. You know, and it was the COVID thing. They weren't following the COVID guidelines, and so they shut them down. I don't know if they're still shut down, but this happened I think it was a couple weeks ago. Here we go, right here. Ni soi thao rồiครับ อันนี้สวยอะไรอ่ะ
ซอย23ครับ
23เนี่ย
จะออกอโศกเนาะ
อ่า
อโศกก็โทรไปบางกะปิ
ครับ
เดอะ
This
มอล
is
ล์เนาะ
ครับผม
ครับผม
This is soy 23.
บางกะปิ
I always get mixed up here. I never remember where the hell I am. We're going to go right over here to be Asok. Look at this. Oh, my God.
มีต้น
Yeah.
หยุดมันปุ๊บ
ไม่เป็นไรไม่ต้องรีบ
ครับผมรถติดหน่อยนิดหน่อยครับเดี๋ยวก็เรือสูงก็เปิดนะ10 โมง 5 โมง
Yeah. So there's a bit of traffic, you know. Traffic is it's touch and go here. Here's the Mad Cow Burger. Tony Santos Mad Cow Burger. Never been there. It's a little joint. Whew. Man. It's starting to get really hot now. Lebo food. Tortilla. Ooh, tortilla right there. Oh, we got some Mexican food right there. Tortilla quemada. Mexican food right there. Tortilla quemada. Remember that place, Longhorns. Tortilla quemada. Coffee roastery. Place for Jono. He likes to roast. He likes to roast his own coffee beans or get them straight from the place that roasts them, instead of going to the retail seller. The AQI was 158. Burnt tortilla. Was it burnt? You've eaten there before? All right, we're out on Ossock. A little shortcut. Where do we used to stay? What was the name of that hotel? I think it was right. Was it this one? Right here. This hotel. The Pullman. We used to bring guys in, and there we go. We used to bring guys in for boxing, and they would all stay at the Pullman. A nice place. All right, now we're cruising. I like it this way. I don't have to turn the camera on. I just turn my hand around, turn the gimbal around. We're on the world famous also road soy 21. World famous. What makes it famous? Well, could be the little red light area. Known as Soy Cowboy. Not Soy Dog Cowboy, but Soy Cowboy. Although Soy Dog Cowboy's getting a bit of a following. He's getting to be pretty famous worldwide. As is Pat the Bob and Mr. Bum Gun Chuck. Did he put Bum Gun Chuck in when he came in earlier? No, he didn't. Oh, you bastard. You got to go by your name, Chucky. He put his full name instead of putting Bum Gun Chuck. Big traffic, big traffic. The lofts, rather pricey. I'd like to be in the warm weather and nice towns. Well, this is a big town. But it is warm. You know, when I'm in the warm, I'm like, man, it might be nice to be in the cold. I'm in the cold, I'll be like, damn, it's nice to be in the heat. I like the beach best of all. Nicholas likes the mountains. Bo doesn't care. She likes them both. Alex, I think he likes the beach, but I think he really doesn't care. But I don't want to live I don't want to live in a mountain, on a mountain, or near a mountain, in a mountainous area. I prefer the beach. You know, I grew up around the beach, so. What's this place? My Day Off. See that over there? Haven't been over here for a while. I don't know what this is they're building. Looks like a mall to me. Another mall.
Isan.
อาหารอีสาน
ปอกครับผมปอกบอยโอ้ย
ส้มตำ
ส้มตำข้าวเหนียวไก่ย่างชิคเช่นอีสานนำกันอีสานมอนซูน
You can see it over this little restaurant over there. At the end, you can see they got the bowl right there, and then it's just some thumb.
Chicken.
I got to be in the mood for some thumb, you know? I really need to be in the mood for it. I don't want to eat it all the time. For me, it's a special dish. It's not about being spicy or whatever. It's just, I just got to be in the mood for it, you know? All right, so we're headed over to the Mall Bangkok right now. Exciting stuff. I'm curious to know if you guys can really tell the difference between like this stream and a stream from say a month ago, because this is going through StreamYards and I'm on my phone, which is a bit different than just doing it through your computer. I'll kill for some what? I can't see this. For some sumtum. The sumtum here is just papaya with lemon juice. No. If I'm gonna have something, I like to have real Thai food. I've told this story before. My sister and I, we went out to dinner with her friends one night, and it was a Thai restaurant. And some of the food, I was like, man, this ain't Thai. This ain't Thai. It was like a Thai Vietnamese restaurant, and I was like, it's not Thai. It's just very few really authentic Thai restaurants, and if you find them, they're usually in Thai neighborhoods, like in North Hollywood. A long time ago, there used to be. I don't know if it's still there. There used to be the Muay Thai Academy in North Hollywood. Holy shit! And there was a restaurant right next door. Fantastic restaurant. So we're near RCA now. Beginning, the sound quality was very low. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? Let me see something here. Maybe it was because where I was sitting. The way that I am right now, I could put my Bluetooth headphones on, or I could just put some regular headphones on. But it's all about the battery. Will the battery last 4 hours? That's because the microphone is facing me right now. Check this out. This is over by Ramen 9. Massage parlor. Reopening August 5th, 2020. That massage parlor's been there forever. There's another one coming up here, Cologne's. Palamkao. Okay. ไม่เป็นไรรถใต้ดิน So they're selling 43 rai of land there. All that land is for sale there. I think the Harley place is right over here. Yeah, there it is. Harley Davidson. Motorbike. not far now. I'm going to try to go somewhere on Sunday. I don't know where. Really don't know. I got to think about it. I'm going to try. You know, I feel like I need to get out at least once or twice a week. I got to remember about the by Fern's cafe, the milk class. And Nicholas has got to go to his dentist tomorrow, so he's not going to be able to go tomorrow. I don't know if he's going to want to go on Sunday. He usually has a class on Sunday, special class that we, you know, it's not part of a school. We pay extra, so he goes. It's for like some, I don't even know what level of math he's in and chemistry and stuff. But it's far too difficult for me. I don't know what it is. Anyway, let's take a look. We are going to go Rompang. Either going Rompang or Sinakarin. Yeah, we're going Sinakarin. This is Rompang down here. Where are your go-to spots when you go out? When you get out? I'd like to go if I knew she'd be there. Yeah, I mean, you know, this is the thing. I mean, you know, I'll never be able to find that out. I don't have enough clout. You know, if all the Thais knew me as a YouTuber or writer or something like that, might be different. But I really don't want to get involved in it. If she shows up, she shows up. She doesn't, she doesn't. You know, the only reason I do it is for Nicholas. You know, my go-to spots. You know, they used to be Chinatown, Klang Tui, the Mall Bankapi. But now, you know, Sukhumvit Road for a walk or whatever. Siam Paragon, you know, Siam Square. But it's a little bit different now because, you know, you got to go out with a mask on and, it's, you know, and also I don't have the same motivation. I don't have the same motivation to walk as far and do as much. You know, I mean, I've done it already. I've done a lot. I'm just about everywhere. I mean, how many times am I going to go to Chinatown? You know, that's why it's like you go once every 6 months. That's one thing. You know, but it gets boring. If it's boring for me, it's going to be boring for a lot of other people. Here's a mall I should go to. What is this? The 9 Center. Yeah, I should probably go there. Just check it out. You know, there's always new stuff to find. It's a big center here. I don't usually come this way. This is behind Sinakarin Road, which if you keep going, it's going to go to Gustavia, the restaurant where Kate works. It's also going to head towards the airport, Suvarnabhumi Airport. But if you turn left, it'll go towards Bangkok. So I don't usually come this way, but it is there's less traffic for the most part than at Ramkhamhaeng Boulevard, Ramkhamhaeng Road. It's not a really good place to walk, though. I wouldn't call, you know, if I was to walk, this would be like there's nothing to see. It's just, hey, look at this. Not a whole lot of people walking around. Oh, yeah. That's why I try to mix it up a little bit, you know. And sometimes I like being at home. I want to start streaming downstairs in my house, where I can just chill on the sofa, sit on the sofa, or you know, just a little different, something different, you know. I like mixing it up. And also around here is the coffee shop that I went. It was a couple months ago. New coffee shop. It was a new Cafe Amazon. It's right. You can see the SkyTrain here. This is the line, and it goes all the way down past Talat Nam Quanriam, which is Quanriam Market, which is the place where um, which is the place where thank you, Charles. It's the place where I was giving people the ice cream. You know, I gave the lady, I don't know how much it was, I think 500 baht, and she gave out like 54 free ice creams to people. You know, she's goes, oh, it's free today. And they were like, huh? That was kind of cool. But that's the place. So the SkyTrain will go all the way over there. You can see this is busy area. A lot going on. A lot of building. Actually, the coffee shop is right, I believe, past this right here. Right there. Right there. There. Mindy Corcoran. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Chok Cup and Choke Day. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Appreciate that. Sabay di mai. Which means, how are you? Well, we're back in the traffic. This road is not, you see here, Chow. Where's that? Chow. This road is not a very good place. Um, Not a very good place for business. These places never do well. There are certain streets where, you know, there's a lot of traffic, but there's no place for the cars to go. There's no place for them to park. It's difficult to park. So unless it's something they really need, something where they're willing to um, park their car and walk around the building and that kind of stuff, you know, they can't just park and walk in. It might be down the street where they have to walk from, like just a little bike store up here, JJ Bike. Um, they just don't do well. They never do well, these places here. I'm going to show you. Here's the little bike store. Look at this. All these places are shut. Look there. See, something like that where they can park right in front, that's okay. But like this, Chow, Kai. All right. So people need tires. They just, what they do is they'll come up, they'll drive their little motorcycle up on a sidewalk, they'll run in, they'll grab the tire or whatever. Somebody will bring a truck right up in front of the place. They'll pull the bike off. Something like this, a little different. You see, you got a road there. So this is all right. But even this place, you see, there's not a lot of people here. Just a lot of traffic. Always traffic too much. Yeah, like a hardware shop. You know, people, they need stuff. They're going to go in, they're going to walk around for a few minutes, grab their stuff, and leave. You're not going to get people like wedding stores and stuff like that. I mean, it's just, they have a lot of wedding shops up ahead. And it's because they all park down the street and they're willing to walk in. And, you know, they might be there a couple of hours, you know. But a lot of these places, it's a bad location. I wouldn't want to open up a shop on this road. There's a lot of places like this.
กล้วยทอดบ่
Oh.
เดี๋ยวนึกว่าแต่นั้นครับนึกว่าแต่โดนัทโนดูแต่โดนัท
No donut.
กล้วย
Are you still on Sinakarin? What is this? Sinakarin? Sinakarin. This is Sinakarin. On the way to Bangkok Market, run right into Bangkok Market, where we'll turn left. Turn left, and then it'll be right at the mall Bangkok, and I'll just sit there for a few minutes, have a little chat, and then that'll be it. I want to read over that article. I wanted to go over the article. Thought it was interesting, some of the things that they said, and where's Longhorns? Longhorns is probably watching something right now. Longhorns, the moderator, he's watching Bonanza or Gunsmoke or something. I don't know. Man, he's master. Look at this traffic, man. See the SkyTrain. That's an exit right there. Won't be long. You're waiting for beer. I can tell you, I don't think Preo will be there. I think she finally went home. And who knows about the other one? As far as beer goes, who knows? She works all the time, that girl, man. I mean, she's a this and they're not afraid of working hard. I'll tell you that. This is the thing. For a lot of them, it's difficult to squeeze in a guy. Although she may have one, it wouldn't surprise me at all if she had one or she was married or anything like that. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. That's how they operate. Here we got I think this is the banana lady. Play toda.
No, the donut. No donut.
Oh, been donut.
เฮ้ยอันนี้โดนัทเหรอน้องกล้วยทอดเมื่อกี้ I don't know ละ
Oh.
กล้วยโดนัทไม่มา
So they walk around in between the cars.
โดนัทจะไม่มา
They walk around in between the car, and they sell like little donuts with the sugar on them. They sell fried bananas, and that one had some orange juice. Have to get to bed, so I will check in tomorrow, buddy. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you very much, Charles. I'm glad you got your shirt, and I hope you enjoy it. Man, we are back to just sitting here. Danger construction area. Oh, they're very good. They're very tasty. It's left over from some shop, I believe. So really cheap. They're not left over. They may, but I mean, they come from a place. There's a couple of places, and they just churn them out. And these people are going in and out, in and out. People like that are selling out on the street. Oops. Oh God. You trying to get banned, Electro Cool? Seriously. You're beautiful. Yeah, I know I am. Thank you. And this is what determines getting around Bangkok. It's about the traffic. One day you can run through this place and it'll take you 20 minutes. The next day it'll take you an hour and a half. Just depends. Did my didไปหยุดใช่ไหมคุณเหนื่อยไหมคุณครับคุณเหนื่อยไหมไปกลับไปหยุดไป
ที่ร้านยังติดหนักนี่โอเคอยู่ซื้อของเหรอเดอะมอลล์บางกะปิ
ไม่ได้ซื้ออะไรอยู่บ้านอยู่ใกล้ๆที่โน่นนะ
นู่นแต่อยู่ที่สุขุมวิทครับ
Shit. All right, we're moving. Woohoo.
สบายแล้วตอนนี้ทันแล้วเดี๋ยวแล้ว
Lots of traffic. Lots of building. Look at this everywhere.
เดี๋ยวมอแล้วลิตเติ้ลบิทไปนี่โอเคถ้าทางนู้นยิ่งน้ำมันแห้งอีก
ใช่ครับ
I don't know เลยจะไปไหนอันนี้โอเค
Wow, they're closing down that Bat Cat Museum. I thought they would, but let me go look at this. I mean, even these places, the location is better than those other ones back there. And straight ahead is Palat Bangkapi Market.
อันนี้เชนเพิ่มมัดตอนนี้ครับ
ก็เปลี่ยนทุกอย่าง
ทำทุกอย่างมีมวยไทยไหมมีมวยไทยไหม
โอ้ยกูเมื่อก่อนทำงานมวย
ที่ไหน
โอ้ยทำงานมวยสกลทำงานมวยไทยก็ทำงานเป็นนักข่าวแล้วก็เป็นเทรนเนอร์
โอ้ทูมอโร่after tomorrow มวยมาแล้ว
ช่อง7
มวยไทยช่อง7นะ after tomorrow นี่
นี่เมื่อก่อนก็มีเป็นเพื่อนทำงานด้วยกันนะเป็นนักมวยเป็น ชิงแชมป์ราชดำเนินชิงแชมป์ลุมพินี
โอ้เก่งมากครับผม
ได้นานแล้วแต่ตอนนี้ก็ผมไม่ได้ทำอะไร
นี่สอสมัยตอนนี้ใคร
ใช่ก็มีที่
เส
นี่
กสรรเสกสรร
ก็เก่งไหม
ก็ไม่เก่งเท่าไหรตอนนี้มันแก่แล้ว
อ่า
ตอนนี้มีเก่งก็มีหนุ่มๆขึ้นมา ครับโอ้ยเดี๋ยวนี้ไม่ค่อยเก่งอ่ะเพราะว่ามันร่างกายเนาะซ้อมฟิตแล้วก็หยุด
ใช่
แล้วก็หยุด
เมื่อก่อนมีร้านที่ค่ายมวยที่คลองเตย
โอ้เขาเตย
ปิดแล้ว
โอ้
ก็เบิร์ดแต่ไม่มีนักมวย
น้องโอสิทธิ์
อ่อน
น้องโอ
ชิดอ่อน
ครับผม รู้จักกันน้อง
รู้จัก
ก็บิ๊กใหญ่
รู้จักน้องบี
ๆโอ้
นานแล้ว
ดุงยุทธนะ
หยุดแล้ว
โอ้หยุดแล้วตอนนี้น้องบีไปที่ไหนภาคใต้เหรอ
โอ้ยผมไม่รู้
ไปอยู่ญี่ปุ่นหรือเปล่า
Oh shit with
โอ้
my
ที่นี่เนาะ ใช่ไหมครับ
yeah, okay I guess
โอ้ที่นี่ก็ได้เนาะ
แป๊บนึง
โอ้ตอนนี้ถ้าสเตชันเสร็จก็สบายแล้วเย็นเนาะ
There you go
โอ้ชอบมวยเหมือนกันนะ After Tomorrow นะช่อง7นะ
It's all right มีซีเสร็จไหมมีซีเสร็จไหมโอเคครับผม
ครับผม
There you go. Talk about tipping. Let's go check this out here. Let's do it this way. He didn't want to go inside. Starbucks. And your favorite is working, Longhorns. No, I didn't forget my bagel. I don't forget things. I don't forget the food, man. $35.9. I don't go to Seacon. I've got plenty of room. Hang on a second here. There you go. Huh? Sangre Hasselbad. So she's out for the money. She wants the big money. Huh? No. You got food who are?
ก็หมุนไปหมุนมานี่
Oh. ไม่เป็นไร
ไม่เป็นไร
แป๊บเดียว ดูหนาคุณก็พูดหัวใช่ไหม ดูหนาเบียร์แล้วก็พูดหัว Thank you, madam.
Thank you sir
Thank you. There we go. All right, so here we are again. There's your 3 minutes. There's your 3 minutes with beer, which is probably all you'd last. All right, so let me go over this article real quick, if I can. Is there anybody still here? I'd like to know that. I don't see any comments at all. Nobody commenting. Almost 50 people in here and nobody commenting. Why did I get the water? I got a freaking bottle of water in here. Anybody? Now, if you're following my little conversation in there, she was saying when I was moving the camera, when I was moving the phone back and forth, she said, "Oh, you shouldn't do that because the people will get a headache." And I said, "No, they're going to get a headache from looking at you." She's like, "No, they won't." I'm like, "Yes, they will. They'll get a headache from looking at you." You know, teasing her. No idea what article you're talking about. Well, the article is this one. How the pandemic has upended the lives of Thailand's sex workers. I'm just going to read through it real quick. You know, the first thing they talk about is a gay sex worker. Now, why they're bringing that up first, I have no idea. Maybe it's because, you know, this is the hip thing to do now. I don't know. But it says Moss 26 was a money boy, a sex worker at a gay bar in the Thai tourist hub of Pattaya. For him, it was a dream come true. Now the pandemic has put his dream on hold. A dream come true? I think for most of them, it's not a dream come true. You know, no offense to the author, but I don't think it's a dream come true. I don't care how much money they're making. Moss grew up in a poor province on Thailand's northeastern border, eating fish from the river and leaves foraged from the forest. He wanted to eat pork and pizza. I can tell you from living up there that most of them, while they may eat fish from the river or from like some pond or whatever out there, they're probably not eating leaves foraged from the forest. Wokeness. When he graduated from high school, first of all, if he graduated from high school, he does have a few opportunities. He moved to Pattaya and became a sex worker. He said the job was fun and the pay was great. He saved up enough money to build a cement house for his family in the countryside. He promised his younger siblings he would send them to college. I'm very proud of that, he says. Okay, as he should be. However, you know, to each his own. I'm not slamming on them. It's his life. He can do what he wants with it. But from what I know of, and from what people have told me over the years, not just when I was, you know, first got here and running around and seeing all kinds of different things. Many of them, they end up alcoholics, drug addicts. They got mental issues because of all the times they've been jerked around. The women, especially. I don't know about the gay guys. Where's Chucky when you need him? But you know, like some of the women, they get fucked up, man. You know, it fucks them up in the head, man. You got some guy telling them he loves them, he's going to come back, and he sends them money, and all of a sudden he just disappears. They've got three guys on the horn, and they think everything's great, and then all of a sudden the money stops coming, and you know, they get promised this and promised that, and you know, and not only that, the fact that you know, it's like, well, I don't have any money, I don't know how I'm going to pay the rent, and I got to bang this guy, and I don't want to. Indeed, for people in rural, landlocked provinces, Thailand's tourist hubs offered good-paying jobs for those otherwise facing a life of tending rice paddies and digging up cassava roots. Say what? The lives they grew up with and their parents toiled in. Cassava roots? I can't believe they're relying on that. Moss is one of the estimated 200,000 to more than 1 million sex workers in Thailand, including full-time sex workers affiliated with bars, freelancers supplementing their regular income with occasional prostitution, and migrants from bordering countries. Sex work is practiced openly in the country, but it is illegal and subject to fines or, rare cases, imprisonment. And why does the article always have to be about sex workers? Why not people selling food on the road? Sorry if I'm ranting. I don't know why. It's NPR. They're just looking for something to go, oh, wow, it's so bad there. Moss and many of the people we interviewed for this article asked their full names not be used. Okay, so they're so proud of everything, but they don't want their names used. Okay, listen, whatever. Again, whatever. It's their job, their life, however they want to live it. In many parts of Thailand, the family name has been shamed by association with a stigmatized illegal business, and individuals have been disowned by their families or ostracized by their community. Well, it's stigmatized because it has to do with sex. And say what you will, and look around and see girls in little shorts or whatever here, showing their midriffs and having tattoos and all these kind of things. It's still a conservative country. And, if you just go, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, I get guys spunk on me every day. It doesn't sit well with, grandmother. Now, when they come home and they've got all this money and they've done all these things, then people they kind of overlook it. Because look what she did. She built 3 houses. She put her kids through, her kids through school. She put her brothers and sisters through school. Okay. But that doesn't happen all the time. I mean, they also like to gamble, a lot of them. And what I found was that I was surprised that they don't give as much to their families as you might think. If they make 40 or 50,000 baht. Yeah, granted, there are some who are giving most of it away. They're giving, if they make 40,000, they're giving 35 away. They're living off of nothing. That may happen, but a lot of them are like giving 5,000 baht, maybe 10,000. That's it. Working in the bars of the red light district pays more than many office jobs or other service work that the women and men in Thailand's sex industry would otherwise qualify for. Sex work is allowed them to save money, buy them luxuries, and support their parents and grandparents in retirements of ease. And therein is part of the issue. When you got, a father who maybe is an alcoholic and he's, working on the farm and he wants money for booze and he's tired of working because he's old being maybe 55 or something like that, and it's hard work. But then they want to sit at home and, they expect their daughters to keep supporting them. And they probably know what the daughter is doing, but they don't want to know. All right? They don't want to know. While revenue for underground activities is difficult to measure, a 2015 analysis by Havascope, a research company that studies the black market, estimated the Thai sex trade to be worth $6.4 billion a year, or about 3% of the country's gross domestic product. But now the international sex trade has come to a screeching halt. It's not because Thailand is seeing high numbers of coronavirus cases. Well, yeah, it is, actually. Since the start of the pandemic, Thailand has had about 20,000 confirmed cases and 77 deaths. High is a relative term in this case, because to the Thai government, that's a lot of people to them, and they don't want it to spread and there to be more. So it's high enough where it's causing these restrictions, which is what's causing foreigners not to be able to come in, and thus these people are losing their jobs, losing their money, losing the bars that they work at. Rather, it's the strict measures Thailand has taken to keep the coronavirus at bay. And why is this? Because they feel that the number is too high to keep the place open. In March and April, Thailand closed its borders and canceled commercial flights, blah, blah, blah. We already know about all this stuff. In April, with rent in Pattaya adding up while he earned no money, Moss piled into a car with a few of his friends and went back to his hometown where he now helps his parents sell papaya salad at a street side stall. By October, he had run down his savings. He longs to go back to his job in Pattaya. I would love to, but he watches the news in Europe and US with dismay. Deadly second waves and new lockdowns mean Thailand will not be opening its borders to tourists anytime soon. Well, he may not have a job to go back to. You know, that's the other thing. According to the government data analyzed by Dr. Yongyuk Chalamwong, research director for the Thailand Development Research Institute, an estimated 1.6 million people have returned from Thailand's tourist areas to the countryside. Those who found a way to stop by piling into shared rented rooms, sleeping in hallways, and cutting their meals to one or two a day are barely hanging on. Now, I believe that. At 11 a.m. at a bar on Soi 6, Pattaya's main red light strip, the dancers who had moved into spare rooms upstairs were just waking up, bleary-eyed and untangling themselves from rumpled blankets printed with Disney princesses or SpongeBob SquarePants. The women were still in big t-shirts and basketball shorts or loose cotton dresses, their platform heels stacked on the steps of the hot pink painted stairwell. A washing machine filled with last night's uniform of short shorts and crop tops rumbled in the hall. I love how they make this. This is for dramatic effects. I understand, but it's a little bit too dramatic the way that they put it. I mean, they're acting like it's such a big deal how they live, and these girls, a lot of these girls, this is how they live all the time. So don't over dramatize it. When they're used to living this way, it's normal. This is the thing. Not everybody lives like people do in America or the UK or wherever, or Australia. Not everybody lives that way. Some people, they live different than you do. I guess they're to the author's credit, they're trying to point out the differences here. They're showing that. Downstairs at the bar, the metal gate was rolled halfway up as the dancers got ready for another shift. I don't know, what time are they getting ready for their shift? If it's 11 o'clock, they're getting ready for their next shift. I don't know about this. Others perched on bar stools in front of the mirrors, applying makeup while Thai pop songs played from their phones. N28, who asked that only her first initial be used, said that before the pandemic, the men would just walk in. They'd buy the women drinks, for which they would earn a 50 baht commission. Perhaps a patron might hire one of them for an evening. On a good night, these sex workers could make as much as 3,000 to 6,000 baht, $100 to $200. The night before, a Friday, most of them made no money at all. Well, that's because there's no tourists, and Thai men don't go into these places. So who's going to go in there? Expats. That's about it. They were all working harder and earning less. How hard were they working? There's no fucking customers. There were about a dozen women at each of these Soi 6 bars that managed to stay open, fewer than before, but far outnumbering the foreign customers, most of whom were expats living in Pattaya or visitors from Bangkok. Boys, 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 where are you going? The women said as a couple of men strolled by. I love you, they yelled at strangers. They pretended to swoon and called every passing man handsome. One woman, tilting on her stilettos, tugged with her full might at a man's arm to pull him in and perhaps oblige him to buy her a shot. Now, here's me. He wrestled his arm free and walked on. That would be me. I'd be like, get the fuck off of me. No offense, honey, but, don't touch me. Now, listen to this one. This guy's name is Rob. And it's not 20 seconds from Thailand, Rob. Rob, a 59-year-old Australian retiree and regular patron of the bars of Soy 6, who asked not to use his last name because of the sex industry's illegality. Says only, no, it's not because of illegality. It's fucking ridiculous. He doesn't want his name to be known because he doesn't want to be known as a whoremonger. He doesn't want to be known as somebody who goes to whores. Big fucking deal. Or maybe he's got a girlfriend or a wife or something like that. But, it doesn't have anything to do with it being illegal. It's fucking ridiculous. He says only about a quarter of the bars are open, and a quarter of the women have come back to work in them. Retirees on fixed pensions like him can't make up the droves of lost international clientele. I'm trying my hardest, he says, but there's only so much a man can drink, nor does he have the money to hire the women from the bars. I don't know about having the money to hire the women from the bars, but I do know that, him saying, I'm trying my hardest, there's only so much a man can drink. Yeah, I mean, it's true, but, he shouldn't feel obligated, Hey, I come here all the time, so I'm going to try to give these girls as much business as I can. Fuck, you're way too attached to this bar or to these girls. Rob says he can't compete with the clients that those in the industry call 2-week millionaires, foreign sex tourists. Timmy, this is funny. I find this humorous, the way they wrote this. Timmy, the bar's British manager, who asked his last name not be used, says they're now left with cheap Charlies, low-income expats who sit at the bar nursing a Coke Zero, leering while declining to buy the dancer drinks. It's getting deader and deader. Let me tell you something. I've been one of those low-income expats, but I can tell you that I learned very, very quickly. I'd go into a bar once or twice, and I would drink a Coke, and I'd go, I don't have the money to pull a chick. I don't want to go with anybody, really. I'm out of here. And so what you learn is, if you don't have money, you don't go to bars. That's what you learn. If you don't have money as an expat, you don't go to bars. And for me, I don't want to go to bars now, not because of the money, although I don't want to piss the money away because that's what you do. It's a luxury to be able to spend the money and piss it away on some girl, for whatever reason. There's just better things to spend it on, in my opinion. And plus, if you're in Patti, you're sitting in the bar all the time, and all you're thinking about is drinking a Coke, well, I don't know. That sounds like a hell of a life. As much as tourist cities like Patti are suffering, the strict measures at the border have been effective in helping to contain the spread of the coronavirus in Thailand. Jessica Vichbanyon Ratana, a labor economist, a labor economist at Chulalongkorn University in Bangkok, emphasized that keeping the borders closed at the expense of tourism allowed the rest of the economy to stay open. Tourism is a large part of the economy, she says, but it's not the entire economy. No, it's 22% of the economy, and it's another 3% for the girls. So it's 25% of their GDP. That's a lot. Before the new round of restrictions that began in late December, which are now in the process of being lifted, Thailand's strict measures had allowed a level of normalcy to return to everyday life. Outside the tourist areas, offices and government buildings were open, and malls and markets are crowded. In Bangkok, the capital, the streets were clogged with traffic, and the subway system was packed with riders. At bars and restaurants, people gathered freely. People who have nothing to do with tourism would not understand the need to open the country. She was referring to Thai citizens who do not work in the tourism industry and benefit from keeping the borders closed. Listen, that would include somebody like these girls who work at Starbucks who have said, no, we don't want foreigners coming in, because they have no idea about the tourism industry. They're not affected by it here. The ones I talked to in Bangkok are still doing good. They didn't leave Bangkok. I guess they saved a lot, or they have people sending money because they said they haven't worked much since COVID. Yeah. I mean, a lot of these girls, they got a freaking Rolodex full of guys. And even if they get 5,000 baht, which is a pittance, really, they get 5,000 baht from 10, 15 guys. One of them gives them 50, another gives them 3, another gives them 5,000, another gives them 10. They're not stupid. They're not going out pissing their money away right now. A lot of them, I think they know how to stretch a bot. The sense of safety is something a majority of Thais are keen to protect. An October 2020 poll by the National Institute for Development Administration, an educational institute, found that 57% of the Thais do not want to open the country to tourism. Another 20% slightly agreed that it would bring in money, but stressed the need for restrictions. And 22% agreed with opening the country to helping the economy during the pandemic. Well, they did another poll recently, and they've said that they kind of want it to be opened again. Who knows? Let's see here. In Pattaya, the word COVID is drifting into a shorthand for economic hardship. Why did they move out of their apartments and into the room upstairs from the bar? COVID. When one of the dancers shook a ceramic piggy bank I had just bought from a street vendor and heard no coins rattling inside, she laughed. No money, COVID. M37 used to work in an office, but she earned more as a topless dancer in one of Pattaya's go-go bars and by taking on sex work. Before the pandemic, she was saving enough money to buy more farmland for her family and dreaming of owning her own rubber plantation. Now it's all upside down. COVID. She wired 3,000 baht she earned in the previous 2 weeks back to her mother and son, leaving her 100 baht, relying on the hope of making some money that night. If it went on like this, she would have to move back to the province and help her mother tend the small plot of rubber trees. "350 miles north of Bangkok in Isan, a landlocked district of rice paddies and sugarcane fields in northeastern Thailand, a 26-year-old woman whose first name is the letter A sat on the floor of her family's porch peeling betel nut and grinding limestone to make a traditional Thai betel chew for her grandmother. Since A moved back in February, she's been spending her time taking care of her grandmother and helping her parents and cousins in the fields. A moved to Phuket when she was 17 with the help of her aunt. She worked in a massage parlor. She got a job as a dancer in one of the island's bars where she worked until she met her boyfriend, a German man, who sent her a monthly stipend that allowed her to work in a souvenir shop instead, where she made less money. A's boyfriend was visiting Thailand in February and March as the scale of the pandemic started to unfold. As a foreigner, the Thai people they met eyed him suspiciously. They asked her how long he'd been in the country, trying to determine if he was a disease vector. Yeah, they would never carry any disease, would they? I hate that. When she brought him back to her family home in Isan, A's mother decamped to the local temple, afraid she would catch COVID-19 from him. Her friends, mostly dancers in Phuket who'd lost their jobs, flooded her with Facebook messages, desperate and asking for money. The souvenir shop where she worked shut down. The end. So, listen. Yes, it has made things hard for everybody. And, I guess it's good that they shine a light on what's going on in these areas because this is part of Thailand. The sex scene is part of Thailand. But if they're going to write an article, I think, it doesn't seem like they were all that in touch with what was going on. I mean, all right, I understand they got their little shoes sitting up on the rack and that kind of stuff. Yes. But they made it seem like everybody is so goddamn poor. And, even in the United States, I mean, yes, things are hard. But people get by. They find a way to get by. And as, I mean, that's how it is with everybody. You got no choice. You just put one foot in front of the other and keep working on, keep doing things, and, do what you can. And I think that's what a lot of them are doing. I think, that while the writer might want to like make people feel sorry, or NPR, you can say whatever it is. The idea might be that people feel sorry for these girls. The bottom line is that everybody has a story, and while some of them, yeah, they come from backgrounds that you should feel bad for them, and they should be proud of what they've attained. I think that some of them, they're there for the easy money. They're there because they want to find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They want to find that meal ticket. They want the golden ticket. So I don't know what else to say. I mean, there's always going to be hard cases. There's going to be chicks that they really have had it rough. And then there's going to be the ones, and, might be some, like they were talking about this guy who's like, woo, I can't wait to go back to work. I don't know. Most of the ones that I ever knew, most of the girls that I've ever met, they were never happy about going to work. I mean, they were happy they would make money. They liked their freedom that it helped them to have, their lack of reliance on anybody but themselves. They liked that, but they didn't like the job. It's like, you work in a cleaning out the sewer tanks, and you got to climb into the tank, and you got to climb into the tank and get covered up in shit, but you're making great money. You don't like the job, but you like the fact that you're making money, so you just keep doing it because you don't know any other way to do it. You can't fault them for that. So all I can say is hopefully things will get better. And we're almost at the 3-hour mark, so I know this is the limit because Longhorns told me so. And since there's no more Coconut Girl and I'm not going to go walking around here, we're just about done. What do you think about these girls who are working? I mean, I think it's going to rearrange the way that ties, the lower income ties. I think it's going to rearrange the way that they earn the living. They're going to find another way. They're going to get out of it, and some of them won't be back. I don't know. I guess there's always going to be somebody who's like looking for. It's just like in porn or becoming a movie star. There's always going to be some girl who says, "Oh, I'm going to make it. I'm going to go to LA and I'm going to make it." So I don't know. I don't know if the industry's gonna be diminished. Maybe in the beginning. Um, Time will tell. I think it'll bounce back. That's what I think. Why I out a pow right in the kisser. Uh, you're going to the moon, Alice. You're going to the moon. You're going to Hooters, Alice. You're going to Hooters. Anyway, We're at 2 hours and 55 minutes. We're at the end of our stream. Listen, it was a nice little stream. Very peaceful. The way I like it. So I'm going to see you guys when I see you. But before I go, let me show you around a little bit of the mall here. There we go. Rather quiet. There's your friend. Pretty quiet. Pretty quiet day here. But thank you for joining me. If you feel so inclined, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification bell if you want to. Go down there in the description. You can get pick up some merch and get 15% off by using the code Orwell. You can use PayPal. You can use CASHAPP, Apple Money, Amazon. There's a link down there for Amazon. You can get one of my books. There's all kinds of ways you can help support the channel, or you can just, if you want, you just keep watching. You know. What else? What do you think, Gennaro? What do you think about the ladies? The whole bar scene. You got 30 seconds. Please give me your thoughts. Or you got 2 sentences. What do you think about it? Will it rebound? Are they going to be back? I think they will be. It will take a little while, though. But there will be some who decide not to come back. But then there will be the new ones who are like, hey, I don't want to. I've seen what my big sister does. I don't want to live like her. I don't want to be busting my ass like her. I'm going to go hit Pathia or whatever. I'm going to go to some bar in Bangkok. Anyway, who made this black pink burger? I just can't get into it. Anyway, what else do we have? Anything? I don't know enough about the situation to comment. Oh, it's very slick, Gennaro. Very slick. That'll suffice, though. It would be nice if Thailand wouldn't keep the same name of prostitution. What do you mean the same name? I don't understand. The burger is for Valentine's Day. I don't get it still. Big deal. You know, it's Valentine's Day. Oh, we're going to make a black and pink burger. I've never been to Pattaya, seriously. I think you're in for a surprise. Anyway, we got to get out of here. It's time to go. It's at 3 hours. Longhorns has to watch Gunsmoke. Oh, you lose some of its fame. I got you. Well, you know, it's not. Listen, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. I mean, after a while, you realize, and there are times that you may meet a woman and you might go, listen, this chick's for real. She's got these issues, and I feel for her, and you're like, what the. It's bound to happen, When Gennaro gets here, it'll go to 4%. 4% of the GDP. Man. Bad pollution. Bad pollution here in Bangkok. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for joining me. I appreciate it. And I'll see you when I see you. So, what do I say? I know you're interested in barista. I think beer is pretty much running the show here today. Got some new girl here. And no, I'm gonna say no. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, Choke D, Jerk and My. I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Until next time, yes, I will see you all later. That's what that means. Good luck and see you later. See you next time. All right? Adios, guys. La con.